Bro, I have got so many likes on my recent post.
Oh my god, look at my feed, it's so amazing.
Let's have the human conversation. Hello, everyone. This is the human conversation, a place where we don't chase answers, we question the questions. Because some conversations don't just change your opinions, they change the way you see yourself. So, welcome to the human conversation, the conversations we live every day but rarely know how to say. This is Series 1, The Invisible Influence, a three-part exploration of how social media quietly shapes the way we think, feel, and live. Today we begin with Chapter 1, The Invisible Director. But before we begin, I don't want you to agree with me. I don't even want you to disagree with me. I just want you to be honest for the next few minutes. So, what do you think the invisible influences? Social media. Before we ask what social media have become, maybe we shall ask what it was supposed to be. When did this tool stop serving us and when did we start serving this tool? Are we living or just creating content? And if we are living, then which era are we living in? The performance era. Now imagine if there is no Instagram, no Snapchat, no YouTube Shorts, no likes, no Reels tomorrow, what would you do differently? Would you still dress the same? Would you still visit the same cafes or natural spots? Would you still meditate or do yoga asanas? Would you still celebrate your birthday the same way? If your answers changed, then maybe social media isn't just recording our lives. Maybe it's directing them. Today, let's not talk about whether social media is good or bad. Let's dive deeper. How did a communicating or networking tool slowly become a system that influences our thoughts, relationships, identities, spirituality, and even our self worth? Why was social media created? To connect to people across? To share ideas? To give ordinary people a voice? To build communities? To learn from experts effortlessly? To discover opportunities, places, and get inspired? Well, according to me, social media was built to bring people closer and remove the distance of understanding. But when did this connection become comparison? I mean, social media did not change overnight. The business model changed. Platforms earn money from attention. The longer you stay, the more advertisements you watch, and the more money the platform earns. Therefore, they don't compete for quality, they compete for your attention. And suddenly, emotions become the product. How? I'll tell you. Social media sometimes don't influence. It amplifies what is already happening to us. I don't think so. Social media creates every emotion that we feel. If you feel heartbroken, the heartbreak already exists. If you feel insecure, the insecurity already exists. And if you feel anxious, the anxiety already exists. But what social media does is notice it very quickly. I mean, you watch a breakup reel, then another, You like one, you replay one, you read the comments, and without realizing, you have told the algorithm that this has my attention. And the algorithm simply says, okay, here's more. And within a day or two, your feed starts looking like your emotional diary. Everything is about heartbreak, everything is about disappointments, everything is about betrayals, everything is about self worth, and everything is about people leaving you. Everything feels like it's directly talking to you. And the strange part is, you start feeling understood. You think, finally, someone gets what I feel. Finally, someone have voiced my inner thoughts. And actually, there's nothing wrong with feeling understood. Sometimes that genuinely helps. But the problem begins when understanding becomes your comfort zone. Meaning, instead of helping you process the emotion, you are continuously consuming content about the same emotion. Now, there's a difference. Healing asks you to sit with yourself, analyze your emotions, and move through them. But algorithm keep showing you the content that makes you stay with them. And hence, you get stuck in an emotional loop. It is as simple as a mosquito bite effect. Initially, scratching it feels satisfying. But the more you scratch, the more it becomes irritated. Similarly, initially it feels validating, but it also keeps the wound active. This doesn't mean that the creators are evil. Many creators genuinely want to help. But on platforms where attention is rewarded and emotional content travels farther than thoughtful reflection and acknowledgement, that's something worth being aware of. Because suddenly your identity shifts. Instead of saying, I feel anxious today, people start living it. Like, I'm an anxious person, I get triggered easily. One thing that social media has done well is make conversations around mental health more open. It has helped people realize that it's okay to feel anxious. It's okay to feel overwhelmed. It's okay to feel low. That's an important step. But awareness is the beginning of the journey, not the destination. The goal isn't to build your identity around an emotion. The goal is to understand it, work through it, and seek the support that you need, not the identity you carry forward. There's a subtle difference between experiencing an emotion and becoming attached to it. So the question isn't whether the real is true. The real question is the real helping me move forward, or is it simply keeping me emotionally engaged? For this, we need self awareness because algorithms don't ask whether a piece of content heals you, they ask whether it keeps you watching or not. And sometimes the content isn't lying. The breakup happened. The anxiety is real. The loneliness exists. But if every day you are consuming content that reminds you of the same emotion, are you healing or you are reliving it? Maybe social media isn't changing who you are. Maybe it's simply revealing what you are willing to trade for your attention. You know, if you haven't watched The Social Dilemma on Netflix, I'd genuinely recommend it. What stayed with me wasn't just what the documentary said, it was who was saying it. Many of the people featured in it are former executives, designers, and engineers from companies like Google, Facebook, Twitter, and Pinterest. The very people who helped build the systems we use today. And many of them now openly talk about the unintended consequences of the products they helped create. One line from the documentary has stayed with me ever since. It was said by Jaron Lanier. It's the gradual, slight, imperceptible change in your own behavior and perception that is the product. And I kept thinking about it because social media doesn't change us overnight. It changes us one scroll at a time, one recommendation at a time, one comparison at a time, one expectation at a time. Until one day we don't even realize that the person scrolling isn't the same person who first opened the app. And this made me wonder even the people who helped build these platforms are asking us to pause and reflect. And if that's true, the next question isn't what's social media doing to us? It is what are we doing to ourselves? Because energy flows where attention goes. So, in the next chapter, we are going to explore one of the quietest changes social media has brought into our lives. Not our screen time, not our attention, but something much deeper. The way we seek peace, the way we define success, and the way we slowly begin performing instead of living. So stay tuned for the chapter 2. Until then, this is the Human Conversation signing off.